Come on in, guys. Come on in. Welcome to the Biggest Loser Hall of Fame. This is the season 13 wing. As you know, Ed Shanley was the winner that season. I'm a replica of him before he was on the show. He started out the show at 393 pounds. Now, Ed was from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is in the top. If you have a diagram, Pennsylvania is basically a rectangle, and there's a little triangle on top. That's where he lives. So, but I am an actual replica of him. I am they made me a robot, and with the technology these days, it's pretty cool, I think. I even don't talk like a robot. I talk like a real guy. One of Ed's big things, one of the reasons he really wanted to be on the show was he and his wife have been trying for about 10 years to have a baby. What the doctors told him was that he had low testosterone, and that was one of the reasons they weren't able to have another baby. So after the show, and you probably remember this because it was so cool when it happened, during the show, you guys sent Ed home for 2 weeks for Christmas. Well, Margaret came back to the finale 5 months pregnant. And this was their baby. Doesn't she look just like me? She even has my goatee. So, but one of Ed's biggest problems is when, well, not Ed's biggest problems, one of Ed's biggest challenges is when his first daughter, Belinda, was born, he and his wife split up for a while. And Ed lost 150 pounds. Went from 392 pounds all the way down to 240. And he was running marathons, and he actually ran 4 half marathons. We even have 3 of his medals here. He ran the country music half marathon. He really liked the rock and roll half marathons because they had bands every couple miles and cheerleaders, and they were just a lot of fun. But we do have his first medal from the Kentucky Derby Festival mini marathon. And he ran that in just about 3 hours, and that was pretty cool. But the problem he started having was as he was running and training for a full marathon, he kept spraining his ankles and breaking his ankles. He spent 7 summers on crutches, including 2 full years. So he was thankful, he was nice enough to give us his actual crutches, because he says he never, ever wants to see these stupid things again. So he gave those to us. But after he recovered, but during that recovery period from the 7 summers and all that stuff, he gradually gained most of his weight back. And is actually, when he got on the show, he was at the weight he was at before he started losing the weight. One of the issues he did have was when he lost the weight, he had his wedding ring resized down because it kept falling off. So he held onto his ring during the entire Biggest Loser season, and by week 10 he was finally able to get it back on his finger, and that was a major milestone for him. As you'll see over here, come on in, don't stand, don't be shy, come on in. This is the Biggest Loser Hall of Fame here. Ed also gave us his dream board that he had on his wall for about 6 months before he got on the show. One of the things he was trying to do was they were trying to adopt a child as well as have another child. And so you see those there. They've been approved for an adoption, but they were just waiting and waiting and waiting. They were having problems. They were on the waiting list for a transracial adoption. And so they just kept waiting for that. He really wanted to travel a lot. He also wanted to do a lot of fun stuff, like he wanted to take up martial arts, karate, he wanted to go scuba diving, water skiing, learn to play golf. One of the things he has done since he actually won the show was he actually went ahead and has run marathons in all 50 states. He just finished his last one a few weeks ago, and it was a marathon down in Arkansas, of all places. And he also learned to ski. So this is what he wanted to look like when he was all done, and he looks pretty much like that, actually. So we now have time. We're going to turn off the lights, and we're going to show you a short film which are interviews with his wife, and he calls them his gals, his wife, his mother, and his daughter. And so then I'll be back after that, and we'll also show you a quick film of a commercial spot he filmed, and also some things from his promo tape to try and get on the show of some things he was having problems doing. So we'll be back after that, and we'll take all your questions. So just sit tight, and we'll be back after the film. Now it's time. Now it's time for our main dish. I got ribs and steak. And you'll notice you always sit in a booth, so they don't really press the chairs. But you'll notice I have absolutely no room here, and my belly hangs over the table here. But I will say, the ribs here are really, really good. Hey guys, we're here at Texas Roadhouse. It's one of our favorite restaurants we go to for our obligatory picking out part of the video. We're at the appetizer scene where we're having onions. We got one of those baby onion things. And of course, Diet Coke because I'm driving. Can't really drink beer too much while I'm driving. We'll be back in a few minutes with our main dishes. Product placement commercial, take 37. Hi, this is Ed Shanley, winner of Biggest Loser Season 13. You saw me lose 213 pounds on the show. What you didn't see was how much I like Subway. Welcome again to the Biggest Loser Hall of Fame. We are here with a replica of Ed Shanley's daughter, Belinda. She was 12 when he went on the show. And so this is how she looked when he went on the show. And we just had a few questions for her. So Belinda,
yes?
Tell us about yourself.
I'm 12. I'm 12, I guess. I really like to act, sing, and dance. My goal is to either be on TV or on Broadway. I really like to eat candy. It's really fun to see.
Well, we heard that one of the reasons your dad wanted to be on TV, well, not to be on TV, but to lose the weight, was so that he could dance with you. What's up with that?
Yes, there's a thing called Adagio, which is all of the lifting and stuff. And he said that if he got on the show and he lost a lot of weight, he would do that with me. And I was really excited about that.
Do a lot of dads do that?
A lot of them do, actually.
Do they?
Yes.
That's cool. What are the biggest changes that you saw in your dad?
Like he seems just a lot more confident without that extra baggage, and he seems a lot more happy, and he's...
What kind of stuff can he do now that he couldn't do before?
Well, of course, the dance thing, and also, he used to always, like, grab me by the one arm and one ankle and spin me around, and he can finally do that again.
That's
because
cool.
He's lost a lot of weight.
That's cool. Did you miss your dad when he was on the TV show?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Did you?
But it was quite worth it.
Was it? Now, I heard he likes to give you wet willies. Is that true?
Yes.
Would you let me give you one for old time's sake? Thanks for being here.
No problem.